Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Also, some friends of mine, the boys, Third Phase of Moon, they were calling themselves the biggest UFO channel.
I know what you're trying to do here. Look, man. Look, mate. Oi, look.
It's a good question.
I'm not.
I am here. Just can't get rid of this. There we go. Oh, look, really straight. I've got strange orange lights on me, which makes me look more orange than I normally am. Or white. I'm trying to add a bit of color here. Guys, welcome to Alien. Good evening, folks. Not guys. What happened there? Not American. Good evening, folks. Welcome to Alien Addict on this fine and luxurious evening. It is going to be a luxurious evening because we're going to talk about the mess that is ufology. And speaking of a good mess with ufology, Lee, welcome to the show, you great mess.
100% convinced that you're going to open that show by saying welcome on this fine and fraudulent evening.
Oh, I would never use those words. Not at all. And speaking of other luxurious people, Rich, not the most hated man in all of ufology.
Not now. And thanks for having me. Glad to see you, Lee. You look freaking awesome.
I know.
You too, Ollie. Beautiful. On point.
Yeah, something's going on with this shirt.
Yeah, it looks a little scrunchy.
It is a little bit scrunchy.
Have you gained weight?
Possibly a little bit. Thanks, Rich. And thank you, Pamela, for becoming a member. Appreciate it.
It's Paula.
I'm dyslexic.
There's no M in it.
There's no...
It's my eyes, Paula.
Oh, there are two A's.
Please don't unmember.
Do you know what I love about Ollie? Do you know what I love about Ollie more than anything as far as like YouTube goes? He's a real man of the people and he really cares about his subscribers.
I do. I just can't read.
But if you took out the U and the A and put an M in where the U, it's Pamela.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Listen, if guys in the chat, if I ever call you the wrong name, I don't mean to.
If my nana had wheels, she'd be a bicycle. But here we are.
I tell you what, we do need to do.
Where's Moonliched?
Moon.
Oh, Moonliched.
It's licked.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying it wrong.
Yes, you were. So Rich, how you been?
Living the dream, my friend. Living the dream. Really, I am.
Good. You've now watched the first video that Stephen put out
no.
is good. You've not watched the full thing yet.
I have not. I slept all day today. I meant to watch it.
No, not the new one. Not the new one.
Oh, I watched half of it. I watched half. Well, I don't know if it was his. It was some other. Wasn't it another guy who made it or narrated over it?
I think so.
It was the person that did the video. I've actually invited, just like I just sent an invite to Blake Cousins and Brent just now, this second. But it was what is his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. It's Sapiens Culture. That's it. Sapiens Culture. I kept saying that over and over again in my head. So
I'll bookmark it.
Yeah, Sapiens Culture. But I think he did a great job on that debunk, if I'm honest. Which I have left you lots of messages today because me and Rich always message each other over audio. Never an argument, but it's always like long audio recordings that why am I holding my phone up? We do though, and you know my feelings on third phase.
Yeah.
So
I'm making you work for this one tonight.
You are making me work for this one, yeah.
Shall I help?
And no, you could
Can I
help if you could quickly put some tumbleweed across the screen.
Right. No, the documentary I thought was very well put together. I think it's a shame you didn't watch the whole thing, Rich, because they were very complimentary about you towards the end. You come across in a very good light, essentially.
I always do, brother.
Yeah. But those motherfuckers have definitely been faking UFO videos are like 2 miles away from the house. It's 100%.
Yeah, that's good.
So
I think they have, I did want to ask them about that tonight if they would come on, because I know.
So you want them to have to justify everything that they've done when they've already apologized for it and already said we've turned a new leaf. And the newer videos, which I've been a privy to because people sent them to me about what Scambian is saying about them. And also this other guy, you guys just don't know the whole story. Ollie, I'm not talking to you right now. You don't know the whole story because I know things you don't know. And Third Phase of Moon feels like, why do we have to keep justifying when we haven't done, I know from 2017 on, I didn't change the goalposts. Scambian just doesn't know how to listen. Because I said, I know them for 3 years, right? And they haven't done anything that I'm aware of to hoax under my nose in those 3 years. But 5 years is what I said, Scambian. You got to turn on your listening ears, including all of you. And I said from 2017 on, never change the goalposts to 3 years, 2 years. You guys imagine shit. And that's what they do. Ollie, you do it too. You imagine you saw something that isn't there. You fill in the blanks with your imagination. You don't know the whole story. And if you did, and if you knew what I knew, you would change. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
I said I'm not talking to you right now.
Okay.
I pointed to you and I mentioned your name. Yeah. The story you don't know is that if you picked one of those videos out and like the one that was taken, I mean, we're going back 12 years now. The one that was taken, I think, in Hawaii, and they said it was in another place. Do you know why they did that?
Because they live in Hawaii?
No.
To make it sound like they went somewhere else.
There was peer pressure at the time. And they felt that, let's just do it. Fuck it. I think they were getting away with so much at the time that they thought they can get away with anything. And when they said they were in another country, immediately they didn't want to post the video. They said, we felt like shit. We knew it was wrong. We prayed we didn't get caught, and they did. Right, got it. They didn't fake the UFO sighting, just the location. And that sucks. It's part of a lie, but
wasn't the one where they faked
that one a UFO sighting? It was
whatever. I can't remember. Yeah, I know. I'm confusing myself.
Well, I
just woke up like 45 minutes ago.
Watching it, I think they wanted to be the UFO version of what's that horrible Ghost Hunters program?
I don't know. I love them all.
The one
Paranormal Encounters?
No, the one with the guy with the black hair in it. Oh, fuck me. I forgot.
Well, anyway, what about it?
Anyway, but basically, it's completely scripted. I've actually spoke to one of the script writers on it, oddly enough.
You mean Zach Bagans, the Ghost Adventures crew?
Yeah.
Classic.
And like it's 100%. It's a soap opera essentially.
Yeah.
And there was lots of those things around, especially at the time that this would have been going on. And I think they fancied themselves as doing the same thing with UFOs.
Makes sense.
Right, I get it. Yeah.
Especially the one you're talking about, I think, with the star-shaped UFO on it, where it was seen in the background that had this big dramatized thing of the of like them being thrown out of the place because they spotted the UFO in the corner and stuff. I mean, that was 100% like History Channel drama type thing.
I agree. Yeah. That felt. I told them that too, and it is what it is. Back then in the day, they didn't know ufology was so important to people. So those first couple of years when they came out, even I was against them. I hated them. I wished death on them, AIDS and all sorts of shit. I really hated them. No, I did. I said, I wish AIDS on Blake. I said it on my show like every week. And, you know, you could have gotten away with that stuff back then. Now you can't. But, you know, that's Blog Talk Radio. But I did not like these guys for the same reasons you're talking about now. And they're nice guys, but they made a lot of mistakes in the beginning.
I've spoken to Blake many times on the phone, you know,
but
and both of them nice guys.
Yeah, they really are. Nice. See, you and I talked today, you know, like we do, and your theory is that sometimes they just got to put one out there to see if they can slip it past the goalie. You know, even now you're saying, you know, like with recently they're just like the thing in Hawaii when they videotaped the thing in the water, right? And they called it a UFO, and it wasn't. It was some people in the water or whatever.
Yeah, there's also there's the helicopter as well.
Yeah, and that too. I mean, even I said it back then.
They must have known it was an helicopter.
Was that the one in 2021 as well?
That's the one that they did with the Psionics camera.
Yeah, but that was the one that was last year.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think it was 2 years ago.
I think it was 21.
Whatever. Yeah, it's close to 23 now, so it's a couple of, maybe a year and a half. But yeah, even I said that. I said, "Oh, these are just divers in the water." I mean, I'm kind of there, believe it or not. I mean, Third Phase and I talked about this. That I am on Third Phase UFO Report. They told me I can pick any videos I want, say what I want about them. Do I think it's a hoax, a CGI? That's kind of the idea behind me doing that channel and Third Phase UFO Report, was to keep them on the straight and narrow while I'm around anyway. And I think that they do it now anyway, but you guys are just looking for anything and then you're filling in the blanks.
And
really.
Not that rich.
Well, I'm talking about from 2017 to now.
But
I haven't been aware of any hoaxing or any CGI because I'd be in on it then, I guess, you know. Not really. I wouldn't be, because they do whatever they want. They're their own entity. I'm my own. People think that they pay me, but they don't. I get.
They must have known the helicopter thing was fake.
What helicopter thing?
The one in 2021. Yeah, because that could have been. I mean, they live there. Yeah, that could have easily been like checked out. So either they're not doing any due diligence when they put stuff up.
That's not their thing. Yeah, their thing isn't to do due diligence. They leave that up to the audience, which is something I've always hated, but I understand it now more than ever. Huh?
They shouldn't be upset with criticism then.
They're not. You guys are.
They're well defensive. Like
shouldn't they be? I mean, this is getting old. I mean, they've already atoned for everything. They've already apologized. They're doing the best they can. 10,000 videos were put up over the time they've been around, and if a couple, you know, get by in the last 5 years, I could say, all right, even it got by me. But anything after 2017, I see a lot of people filling in the blanks and not knowing the real story.
But you're going to think that, though, aren't you? I mean,
I'm not. I'm such a good critical thinker, Lee. You have no idea.
The first thing you're going to think is, if they've already faked something, if they apologize and then fake something after they've apologized, then you're going to think they've faked more stuff.
Yeah. But I haven't seen them. But I haven't seen them fake anything since I've been around.
I mean, I said to Ellie before this documentary, I was even aware of it. I believe, I have no evidence of it. I believe they faked those CGI photographs that Ollie did a show on last week. I think they did that.
You have proof?
No, I don't need proof.
So
because it's just a belief.
It was Paul Galvin who put them on Twitter, and they got it from him.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul Galvin is one of our fans.
Well, I don't not believe
they didn't make it. They're not. They don't have time to do that stuff.
It takes 5 minutes.
Not for them. They're not that great when it comes to like wanting to get an app and wanting to do this. As far as I know, research, they don't like doing it. All right. So, I mean, they'd rather make movies and look at ways to do things that way, you know. And
if they've done a documentary.
Lee, just knock your mic up just a notch because it has knocked down a little bit, mate.
if they've done, like obviously, like I mean, the Greer documentary, we talked about it. It was a good documentary and stuff like that. Do you not think it's I don't worry. It's not the word because I'm not worried about it. Do you think it's bad form not to do any due diligence when you're doing work with people like Stephen Greer? Because if you're working with somebody like that, your work shines on them.
A documentary filmmaker, I believe there's two types. There's one that are in it for pure entertainment, and then there are others who like I can't think of any right off the top of my head, that actually do a lot of research and do all the stuff on their own. This is when you have Greer in a documentary, how are you going to research it? I mean, there's
no. I don't agree, but I mean, if you're like, if we,
you need to ask them. I mean, you need to ask them that question.
I'm not asking you to justify it by any stretch of the imagination. It's just the first thing I thought with it was it's so bad for UFO, for the UFO community, and what if it's a community, whatever this is, in general, because when you've got people that are doing these documentaries that are going on Amazon Prime, and then there's another documentary out that's about them faking UFO videos, even if it is 12 years ago, and it's essentially not putting any care into what they put up on the YouTube channel, then that discredits Greer as well. I'd be fucked off if I was Greer if I watched that documentary.
Yep. Greer doesn't give a shit, and kind of they don't either. I mean, they used to, but they kind of don't. I mean, they're just like, it's no matter what they say, you guys will, excuse me. I can't get it out.
Get out.
You guys will switch it and make it work in your favor anyway, and then it's never going to end. So
it's not
why,
that, Rich?
Huh?
It's not that. It's not to work in my favor. I've kept quiet for years.
You've been wrong though, and you didn't admit it, and you were wrong on a couple of things.
I was wrong about one thing.
It's a pretty big thing.
About them, yeah, it was a pretty big piece of glass.
Yeah, that you can't prove that they held up and held out. And do you know how heavy glass is? And you got to wear gloves. And if you make one mistake, it's going to crack into a million pieces.
And Rich, I totally agree. They did not hold a piece of glass. The glass was already there. But when I did that, I got that video sent to me by a very...
Yeah.
I got that video sent to me.
By a real shit channel, yeah.
And
right, yeah.
Was this the video where there was the UFO over the sea, and they were doing it from their house?
This was the video with the reflection that I've done the debunk of.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
And I thought they'd held like a glass table or something like that at the time, but I literally put it out straight away. It was probably within 24 hours of them deleting it from their show. So I put it out literally probably the next day. And I know for a fact that they faked that, because you can see that
you can't say you know for a fact. You don't know. You don't have proof. It's all speculation.
Okay. The only reason with these things is that you could say you don't know for a fact, and is that you don't know for a fact because they won't admit it. So that's where we are with it. Because
if that's what you want to believe, yeah.
I tell you what, let's watch it.
I'm not saying they didn't hoax it. I know they did. Everybody knows they admitted it themselves. So
they admitted that was 2018. That was a hoax. They admitted that.
That wasn't a hoax. Okay, you say it was.
I'm going to show you it, Rich.
When you know what research is. And Cambian didn't do it. You did. You may have done it more, but people don't do it. You got to call the source. Why didn't Cambian call the source to get answers on all these? That's what you do. And then you work through it and see which ones make sense. And then you can maybe take 30 and put it into 10. And maybe Third Phase of Moon has, can give you the answers as to why they're not hoaxes. He's saying
a debunk. Who you called? Have you ever called the source before you've done the debunk?
I have. Yeah, I have in the early days. Yeah. Of course, I had them on my show too. the AZ UFO show. I'd call them to come on the show.
Why do that and give them the heads up? You know,
I didn't. I did the debunk. Then I had them come on the show, and we talked about it after I explained it.
Do you know?
Put it on my
I'll
website.
tell you the only reason why I'm doing this, and that is because of
Clicks and views.
Yeah,
there you
that too. Obviously,
that's all Scambian's doing it for.
Well, it's all Third Phase of Moon are doing it for as well. So everyone's in the same club.
I don't agree with copyright strikes, and they took down Sapiens Culture. I don't agree with that. I think giving somebody a copyright strike for doing a debunk is a pussy thing to do.
Yeah,
you have to get permission to play people's videos.
I think when we're showing UFOs,
you're taking a risk.
I think if any copyright strikes start going on the back of this, it's going to get dangerous. So people beware. Whoever's going to copyright strike, beware of what you copyright striking, because you're going to have to copyright strike everybody. And you don't
have to. You copy strike who you hate. If they hated somebody,
look, how many times, Rich, have we spoke about copyright strikes and you fucking condemned them on this show?
I will never ever. But yeah, look, they don't have to, talk to me about what they're going to do. They did it. I found out the next day. I didn't even know they were doing it. I was like, I was shocked myself. But they have a valid reason.
They knew that video would go viral, semi-viral for a small YouTube channel.
Yeah, but what's the valid reason? What's the valid reason they've got for doing it?
Ask them.
I would if they come on. They've got an invite.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
that's the reason
I don't like the debunk. The only thing I would say is,
I don't like it.
If the documentary filmmaker happens to watch this podcast, the only thing I would say is I probably would have left out, because I thought everything was put together really well. I think he for what it was, I think he did a really good job.
Well, it took him a year.
I'd have left out. Well, I know it was. I mean, there was clearly more due diligence than anything Third Phase has done. When
you take a year to do something, you can do whatever you want.
It'll work.
Who's going to spend a year investigating one video? Third Phase of Moon is entertainment when it comes down to it. And they put it out there and they put it up. There's so many other channels that are doing much, much worse, and they're not getting shit. Everybody goes after Third Phase of Moon because people think that they're rich and arrogant, and these guys just keep going no matter what. Yeah, it's a total jealousy trip. It really is. And because none of these guys who put out these debunks do anything positive for ufology anyway. And I used to do that too. I used to be Mr. Negative and go around, and some people still say I am. I'm telling you, Scambian's going to have a very hard lesson in a few years. He's going to learn a very hard lesson.
Third Phase of Moon did say quite a few years ago that we want to change, but they never said they hoaxed anything. They said they played what the public has given them. Do you believe that Third Phase of Moon has made hoaxes and put them on the YouTube channel?
Yeah, a long time ago. Not after 2017.
Okay.
So if they did, I'm not aware of it.
Well, we need to clarify then. You need to clarify what's the difference between.
Because they said they turned legit at 2017.
Right,
that's
but
why
they put a fake video out in 2021. So
I don't. Maybe show me the video. I want to see it. I told you to get it ready. I told you, Ollie, get that shit ready for us.
I feel playing things.
Okay, we'll start with one of them. Okay.
I don't think you should, Ollie.
Why?
I'm going to put the one that's already on my channel.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Because clearly, like there's a chance of getting a copyright strike if he does.
No, Third Phase is not going to strike Alien Addict.
Well,
it's fair use anyway. I don't think
he's not going to. They're not going to strike Ollie.
But what I'm saying is that there needs to be some sort of clarification, because are we clarifying a fake UFO video as just a like CGI, or sticking a toy on a piece of fishing line and taking a photograph of it, or taking out of focus video of a helicopter and pretending it's a UFO? See, in my eyes, I know there's something there, But to put it forward as it's something that's not, it's still a fake UFO video. You haven't really done anything apart from film it. But because of the way you're presenting it, it is a fake video.
How do you know they did it that way on purpose? I'm just wondering. How do you know?
Because I think first of all,
you're thinking.
Well,
yeah.
No, no.
You don't have any facts.
You can hear the
You're
helicopter.
speculating. I understand.
Yeah, that's enough.
I understand. Is it? But how do you know it's that helicopter? That's what I'm saying. That's what they're going to say. They're going to say
that's
that.
fine.
Yeah.
But that's what fraudsters would do. Fraudsters would lie.
And we have common sense.
Yeah, so that's fine. I can't fucking produce magic and go like let's all whiz back to 2021 and we'll stand behind them and watch them filming it, and we can film the helicopter with a slightly better camera. That's impossible. We can't do that. So the only reason, especially on something like that, to get proof is for them to fucking admit it, but they won't fucking admit it, obviously. So at that point, like the whole idea of getting proof isn't a thing. It's just the case of knowing it. It's the same with, we had this conversation, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, when Third Phase put a video up which was made in Unity, and I'm not saying they made it in Unity, but they whizzed it off another channel, and it was a Roland Road, which was a repeating Roland Road. It was either made
with
in
the
Unity
TR3B
or Unreal, yeah. And I noticed that the road kept repeating.
Yeah, we all know, and the road had the same cracks in it and shit. Yeah,
yeah. So that's the thing. But this is my problem with it, is that I'm a fucking painter and decorator. I'm not a fucking filmmaker. I'm a painter and decorator, and I'm a podcaster. And I fucking saw that within 30 seconds. They're filmmakers. They knew what they were putting up as bullshit.
They even said it. They posted it and said it, that we think this is yes, they did. I was there.
Didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, it was always.
Yes, they did. They said we're not sure. This may be something that was generated by AI or something like that. I remember that. The whole scene was in is
and then
CGI.
They caveat it instantly, going, but if it's real, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's entertainment. That's what they do. I know it's frustrating. What do you want from me? I'm not them.
So with those type of videos, I give Third Phase a pass with those. So the ones that they put out that they are just reporting that's come from another channel, I know that's their channel style. So I look at it and it's a bit of fun to watch. It's the ones that concern me is when they've gone out and I think they've purposely done a hoax themselves, because they've never admitted to purposely doing a hoax themselves. They've admitted to using stuff that's possibly hoax, not using their own hoaxes.
I said that they used to build all the props and fly them around. I said all that.
And you were spot on.
Yeah. I know. They looked like Star Wars figures, all filmed with the same camera and all that stuff. I understand that part of what Scambian's saying, but
they've not ever admitted that.
All right.
You know, I'm not saying that Third Phase, and if I was Third Phase, I would not go on my channel and go, listen, guys, we used to, cut up Star Wars figures and chuck them in the air or whatever and film them. I wouldn't do that. But if they're going to come on shows and say we've never hoaxed anything, you're talking to a very clever audience. I don't
think they're that clever, actually. I mean, the debunkers, not these people. I don't know them, but you guys on a lot of those debunks, you just got them wrong. And okay. I know enough is enough. One's enough. I get it.
Okay, let's play something then.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Your eyes on this. How's it coming in, Brent? It's coming in really nice. Come in here. Let's see if you guys can see it. I want you to get back here, see if you can see it coming in. Is it coming in, guys? Yeah, thanks. Thumbs up on how we're looking at this live event. Go over there. See what's it look like in the background here?
It looks like it looks like something crazy, dude. I'm not gonna say what it is or what it's not.
Yeah. It's huge, whatever it is. And then there's a plane. It's coming in right here. We're gonna follow it, and it's gonna come down a little past this. Blake, what do you see?
I don't
know what I'm looking at right now. It's over Los Angeles. I don't know what my audio's coming in like, so I'm going to speak up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I do see something.
It could be drones. It could be drones. Could be drones. That's what people are
They've
saying.
been sitting there for a minute though, so they're definitely.
And they were
not
here
wrong.
earlier. Absolutely.
The plane's right above it right now.
It is. We can see a plane. We don't know what this is. We don't know what that is, guys. It's kind of nuts. That's about
if anybody's
all
in
I could
Los
pull in.
Angeles right now, if they could pull this up,
Yeah.
and tell them that.
I'm gonna
right
get a
now-
better angle here. I'm gonna get a better angle. We're gonna go over the city. We're gonna see what happens. Oh shit! It just disappeared, Blake. It's gone. It just disappeared. That's crazy.
What the heck?
It looks like a fake to me. That those lights in the distance were like kind of moving a little bit, all of them at once. I never, for some reason, why didn't I notice that before? That's bizarre.
And you can see when they move the camera slightly, you can see
I know why. Yeah.
a piece of light hits the glass here.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, right there. Well, how do you know that's? It could be a bug in the distance.
No, that's
or close
that's
up.
That's the real spaceship. That one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. What was this? 2018.
This was 2018.
Well, that kind of sucks.
I love the idea. I love the idea that there's real aliens out there trolling fake UFO videos.
And then what they do is they show their mate's phone, which shows the reflection on his actual phone is picking up what the UFO
Oh my
is.
God, that's so funny. Oh, that's not good, is it? Well, they need to defend themselves. I can't defend them on this one. Well, they were with the wrong people at the wrong time. I wasn't around back then.
And they also, on that phone, then for a split second, the phone changes off the camera.
Yeah, I noticed that. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Yeah, when it switches off, you see all those.
So there you go, slow motion. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 takes. 9.
Oh.
That's a very split second that I captured. And then the next day, Paul did.
Does it say how long each one of those are?
I can't see that, Rich. This thing is a split second. Split second.
Nice
That was in 2018.
But let me explain something. You still haven't proven it. You know what I mean? It's suspect, but you haven't proven it. That's what I mean. You got to catch them red-handed, and it's not going to happen. That's what sucks about people doing stuff like this. That's what made me angry in the early days.
I think you can get enough. I think there's that what Ollie just showed us. I think there's.
Would you not say this is
that's not proof?
This is red-handed.
No, I don't see that it's red-handed. It's similar, but it's not exact.
You can see the UFO on those cuts. Look, Rich, you can see the UFO on those cuts.
Yeah, I see it. So maybe it was there, and he just.
No, they've practiced.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. According to Blake, when I asked him about this, he said, we don't know why it's that way, but that was the guy's camera that was doing it, not ours.
See, I don't dislike them. I think it's great. Because it doesn't, I'm not one of these people that gets really like my knickers in a twist over UFO hoaxes. I look at it and think, oh dear. And if you watch my original video, I'm kind of laughing in that video. To me, somebody faking a UFO, I find entertaining as hell, because I don't actually take it as real when I see it, ever. But there are people out there that do, and that's the people that they're affecting, you know, when they do something like this. Now, for me, if they are gonna change, they don't need to say it on their show to their audience. Why would you do that? Why would you, as a businessman, you wouldn't do that? And I think Blake and Brent are probably quite good businessmen when it comes to this field. They've been doing it for long enough. But if you come on another show and you're telling me, if Blake came on now and he's telling me, Ollie, we did not fake that, I'd say, well, who did then? Your mate? Did they drug you? You know, that's
because you haven't proven fucking shit with that video. You just gave speculation on what you think happened. It's not proof.
So did they see a real UFO?
I don't know. I'm going to say no, but it's still not proof. That's what you need. Anybody can say what we just said here, but there's no proof. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to see. I want to see proof.
But,
Rich, it shakes.
I know what it does, but you can't prove it. That's the fucking point.
But what it is evidence.
Evidence is proof.
No, proof is proof can be a conclusion as well. Because
it can't. Proof is tangible.
Right. If you
proof is concrete.
Right. How many
proof
times?
Isn't, I think they faked it. It shows it right here. That was wobbly. I guess that's it. They faked it. It's not a fake. That might be, but it's not proof.
Of evidence then. You said yourself that you think they've faked stuff in the past and they've turned over a new leaf.
Before 2017, dude.
It doesn't matter. They have a history of it. So if that was the case, if you were to take those old fake videos and that one and take it to court, they would lose a court case. A jury would go, yeah, that's.
You know what? I don't think there is. See, that's where that's the part of the story I know, and I think you guys should know. But let me tell you, you guys need to talk to them. I'm tired of fucking defending third phase of moon.
You don't have to defend.
Yeah. Well, I have to defend me because I'm friends with the hoaxers. Because that must mean I'm in on it too. I'm on the payroll. I'm on Greer's payroll. I'm on their payroll. I can't even work for myself.
Here's where I disagree, Rich. I told you this the other day. I don't think anybody should tell you who you can and can't be friends with. Heathcliff fell out with me because I'm friends with Tyler Glockner. Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the story.
You don't like Tyler. You didn't fall out with me because I'm friends with Tyler.
Right, true. I didn't even cross my mind, yeah.
He did. And then in the end, he gave me gave me one copyright strike. I invited him on tonight, actually, because I thought, maybe it would be somebody else that could speak about this other than me, because he's a great debunker. I've got a lot of respect for the guy. He said, I can't tonight, I can't next week, and I can't in my lifetime. So I take that as a no.
When Third Phase initially reached out to me, we didn't connect right away because I gave him a phone number that is for the show, and I did that on purpose because I didn't trust him. I don't want to give him my cell phone number, and I'm like, I'm not going to give these guys that number. So we didn't connect right away. Everybody thinks, I easily jumped into bed with them and, signed this and got paid and everything. Hey, when you talk to some people, you can get a feeling if they're good people or bad people. I think they're very good people, and talking to them for 3 years, a lot. I mean, more than any girlfriend I had in the past, probably. We talked about everything, and I know these guys as intimately as you could possibly know two people. I think I don't know everything. They don't know everything about me, but. I feel bad for them in a way. I do. I really do, because they're never going to get rid of the stigma. They know it's their fault. They know it. And when they initially contacted me, I was afraid. Like, what am I going to do? They're asking me to make, some mini documentaries with them. They think that I speak well and can debunk stuff and all this, whatever. And everybody's like, don't, Rich, you can't be friends with Third Phase. You're going to be labeled a hoaxer too. And I didn't care. When I talked to them in the beginning, I saw something and heard something in two guys that I thought deserve a second chance. And on my watch, I don't think anything's happened. And if it did, I didn't know about it, wasn't a part of it. But these aren't bad people. These aren't bad people. Maybe they've went down the wrong road and they made some money and it was addicting and then they felt bad for it. Ollie, you mentioned earlier, sometimes a leopard doesn't shed its spots completely. Maybe they were still putting stuff out just to see if they could get away with it. It looked good on the psionics camera. Maybe. But I'm not going to drop my friends because people think they're hoaxing.
No.
And you shouldn't tell an adult, a 54, I'm older than all of you here. Two people. I'm older than the whole crew that's against me. And I think I know better. I know what's best for me. And if there's a way I could rub off on Third Phase and they can rub off on me and get the best of both worlds, I don't think that's a bad thing. And I think we've put a lot of good stuff out there over the years, and they definitely have the big interviews, the big movies. And even when they do good, they can't do good, but they're still going. And now they're going for the betterment of ufology. They're not hoaxing on purpose. They're not trying to scam on you guys. I don't think so. That's my opinion. That's it. And I am done justifying why I'm friends with Third Phase, why I'm friends with the hoaxers. And that's that. And I'm going to support them.
I don't think anyone's asking you to justify why you're friends with them.
Oh, no. But I'm doing it every time their name is mentioned. I feel like I need to because I'm passionate about what I believe in. And I want you guys to feel what I feel, but it's not going to happen because you will never know them. You'll never know them intimately. You'll never be in that circle. You'll never know. You'll never know how hard all this is on them and, what they went through. These are human beings we're talking about. I mean, yeah, they did bad things. Not the end of the world, guys. Fat Tony put up a fucking hoax and people still donate to the fat fuck. So what do you want from me? It's okay for him to do it, and he can still be happy and friendly and be
for anyone to do it, especially.
I know I'm throwing out hypotheticals. Oh my God! Hey, Mortimer, go fuck your mother.
But the
sorry, I'm mad.
No,
I'm Italian.
My thing is that you've got. We've said it before.
Lee, your mic.
What? Am I quiet again?
What? He's fine.
His mic keeps dropping.
Oh, sounded good.
Are we okay now?
A little bit better, yeah. But I think you're right. There is a problem with it. When we spoke earlier on,
I'll have to check the lead. Like the problem is, we've said this before, and it's one of the bad things that's happened with this thing is, but the people have replaced like ufology, like so many other things as well, with religion. And these people they live their lives to watch these videos, and I think if you're purposely putting something up which is misleading, it's not great. And that
it's the worst. It's the worst. I hate it. I'm against it.
Who it is.
Right. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But not everybody's being met with the same scrutiny as Third Phase, and they all should, but they're not.
Have they got? I mean, this is the thing though. The bigger the platform you create, the bigger the scrutiny you're going to be under.
Yeah. Oh, I know that.
If you're gonna, there's a difference between like fucking, I don't know, Johnny Mars that puts videos up on YouTube that's got 200 subscribers to people that are putting like fully like financed documentaries on.
Oh, there's Mavi 777, Mr. MBB 333 with 500,000. I mean, these guys, people don't like them, but they're not getting the scrutiny like this because I think what's happening is they're seeing me, defend them, and they're like, dude, you're wrong, and they want to prove me wrong. So why they care so much about me is unbelievable, but I don't get it.
Because you're a nice guy, Rich. I think that's what it is. I think people genuinely do care about you, especially the people that watch your show every day. And if they feel that I'm not going to say friendship because that's wrong. Their working relationship with Third Phase of Moon reflects badly on you, then they're probably going to raise the concern.
No, I know. It's because I'm talking a lot of the times for them, and they didn't tell me to do that. It's just organic. It happens, Yeah. Well, I never know. And I always say, I'm not talking about it anymore. And then I wind up talking about it some more.
I think the thing is, like, it's a weird one, isn't it? Like the doing any sort of like content creation, be it podcasts or YouTube stuff, especially you, because you do a show every night. It's the like people. If people listen to you for Well, how long's your show, Rich? What, 2.5, 3 hours?
2 hours, yeah, hour and a half to 2.
Yeah. So you do that every single night. That's the people know you. You know, they know you after a certain amount of time, and you know, there's probably people out there that listen to your voice more than they hear their own family's voice. So you know,
Yeah.
the people just care, I think.
If they cared, why didn't they come to me and show me the videos before? You know, they didn't. They smeared them. They should have put it out there. I think should have talked to me and said, I know Cambion, before he unfriended me, he told me, yeah, you need to leave Third Phase of Moon. I can't share a platform with you if you're friends with them. You know, and I think that's immature. I mean,
that bit I agree with. That bit I agree that is, it shouldn't make a difference if you're friends with Third Phase of Moon for your friendship with Cambion. I agree with that. 100%.
And he actually, it was his idea once, which now it's gone, but he says, no matter what happens, Rich, no matter what arguments we have, let's always be friends. Promise?
And we've said that. We said that, you know, and I said, well, Rich, if I ever disagree with you, I will tell you.
Yeah, but he broke the promise. Soon, first chance he got.
Oh, and by the way, Cambion Army, I thank you for the super chat. Stephen was invited earlier. He drives every Friday to the cabin, so but he's welcome on. Well, always, he's definitely welcome on. I would love these two to have a shake hands.
No, won't happen. I've already made that decision. As soon as he broke the promise, how could I ever trust somebody like that again?
I mean, I get where Steven's coming from with Third Phase of Moon. I telling you not to be friends with them, that bit I don't get, because you're a grown man, like you say. You can be friends with who the fuck you want. But I think Steven's spot on with what he's saying about Third Phase of Moon. I think they've hoaxed videos for years, and I think they probably did it as recent as last year. I don't think that a leopard can change its spots, Rich. I really don't.
And yet, you guys, weak at proving it. It's the weakest attempts I've ever seen, and yet the documentaries were made very well. That's unfortunate. They're weak. There's speculation on half of them. There's no proof. That's just somebody saying, this is CGI. And then they go on to the next one, hoax number 22. This is also CGI. Like, show me why it's CGI. That's what a real researcher, real debunker needs to do. It's why I stopped doing it as much as I have, because it's a lot of work to be a debunker. If you're going to do it, go all the way. And people got mad at me because I was doing what Cambion is doing. So I stopped doing it. I never fat shamed. Oh, what? I didn't know frumpy meant fat. And
I don't think frumpy's fat.
It's not. And as the women know, I'm not a misogynist. And Steven's disability. Do you know do you know what making fun actually means, Spooky? It means you continually make fun of somebody. I said one bad ball. How's that making fun? How do you know I didn't mean his testicles?
I will be honest. When you said that, Rich, I did think it was below the belt, because I thought you were talking about his testicles.
Yeah, I know.
Below the belt.
Very good, because it was.
Well, but
the arrow pointed at his face, his eye. I didn't realize it.
Yeah, but
it's pretty funny.
Rich, that's because you're an old school guy, you know. I get that.
So wait. Go ahead.
I don't think there's room for it on YouTube. That sort of.
Oh, come on, Mr. Drama. Shut up. Stop being a hypocrite.
Oh, no. Listen.
What do you mean there's no room for it?
Exactly the same with these guys. They can't. I don't think any of the UFO community can take that.
No, you're right. That's true. They can't take it.
That's what I'm saying.
They they talk about me and Third Phase for hours. Well, I say one line and it creates a whole 3-hour show and a debunk video.
No, but
It's
at
funny.
the same time, also, you know, I don't agree with, you know, if the guy's got a paralyzed eye, you know, leave the eye alone.
Yeah, no. So it's
Nice.
okay for him to call me a misogynist, racist, Nazi. Fuck that. And a drug addict now.
Is that a disability?
It doesn't matter. It's a lie. And it's bullshit. That's worse than what I said. One bad ball. Fuck off. Nobody even cares about your testicles or your eye.
But
Only
also,
you do.
But also, you did make a good point. So I'm going to have your corner here now as well.
Huh?
So you made a good point. So we'll have your corner here. You said it, and I kind of got the same impression that you got. And Stephen has the invite, so he's welcome to come on and address this. But he did say in a video, if you drop Third Phase of Moon, you would be welcome back in. And you made a very good point. If you're a racist, misogynistic, and all that jazz,
why would you want me?
Why would
I
you
thought
want
I was
me?
a piece of shit. They're hypocrites, and that's why I know this is all for clicks and views. It has nothing to do with making ufology better. He never once said, I'm going to clean up ufology. It's not. It's all about hate and getting back at them for nothing that they did to him. But, you know, the ufology, well, I'm sorry. I mean, it's getting old. And actually, you know, we're all sick of it. I mean, because it's so stupid. You know, you got the angry channel with the other channel out there just blatantly lying about stuff, just blatantly lying, making up things that aren't there. It's bullshit. And I know one bad video is bad, but like I said,
it's not one though, Rich.
I know that. I'm saying if one bad video, you know, one bad video is bad enough. To have several, it's bad, but they've already talked about it way back when.
They've never said they hoaxed anything.
They already apologized for putting up shitty videos then. What do you want from me? Talk to fucking them. Get them on the show and bring up the topic. You know, I'm done. I'm done talking about. I'm done justifying it.
Why you send them the invite? They've not even read mine.
They know about it. They're not coming on. They've got other things to do at 11 in the morning.
Usually they'll face the music and dance, and that's one thing that I respect about Third Phase of Moon. I don't think they can face this. I really don't.
Well, we'll see what happens in the next week. Something's brewing that may put this all to rest. So we'll see.
Yeah, I know about that, and I hope that if
don't say anything.
I'm not going to say anything. If that happens,
it could be a game changer. And I'm excited because I want to see how it all pans out. But anyway, that's the luxury of being behind the scenes. So and go ahead.
No, go.
No,
because you've not finished your train of thought.
Neither of you.
I've lost mine.
Me too. Lee?
No.
You know,
I haven't got
what I was going to say is, why don't we talk about the good things they've done?
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
They're at the front lines. They're talking to congressmen.
Yep.
You know, they're talking, of course, Greer. They got Michael Schratt and other people that work with them behind the scenes. They're right there in the thick of it. They got Lou Elizondo to call them terrorists, and Greer. They're responsible for that question that created all that.
I think he called Greer a terrorist.
Mm.
No, he says, I don't negotiate with terrorists, meaning Greer and Third Phase. That's kind of what it looked like he was talking about Greer, but we don't know because he used a plural, but he could have said, I don't negotiate with a terrorist. But he didn't. Anyway, that's how Lou speaks. He keeps you guessing. But they were responsible for the beginning of Lou's decline, as far as I'm concerned. That's huge. They're on the front line of a lot of stuff. a lot of stuff that we see on the news too. Who else is doing that in this field? Cambion sure isn't. Mr. MBB 333 isn't.
Mm-hmm.
So you got
I certainly aren't.
Mm-hmm.
Neither am I. You know, they got a lot of good stuff that's coming out and that they've done recently. Unfortunately, everybody wants to focus on stuff they can't prove. That's that. It's all assumptions. And that's how I feel about it. Hey, if I was you, I would rethink about the one last year with the psionics camera. You can't prove that they blurred it on purpose. Psionic cameras aren't that great anyway. And they have a first edition psionics camera. You know, it's not as good as a newer one. That's my excuse for them. I really don't know, man. I'm surprised we're even talking about that video of all things, but I guess they're going to scrutinize every single move they make.
I think the reason why people are talking about those videos, Rich, is this is how much of an impact you have made. So,
yay!
Because you've said that they've not faked anything in the last 5 years
that I know of. And I always put that in there.
That is probably why the second documentary is being made. So I would be very proud of that. I mean, Stevens, you know, we spoke. I said, you're welcome to use whatever you want from my channel. I know he's put Heathcliff's stuff out there. He's put Paul's stuff out there. The Out There channel.
Which, by the way, shouldn't even qualify as stuff anyway. That guy's the dumbest guy on the planet. Who still lives with his mom and dad, by the way.
Okay, so Paul...
Just telling everybody.
So I will say this, as much as me and Paul don't really get on, I know he has other channels that like to comment on my videos, and Paul, I know it's you, which is fine. I'll let it slip.
Yeah.
But he did do a debunk after my debunk, and he found the window. He found the glass. I never found the glass. I thought they were holding up a piece of glass. He found that glass. So I mean, that's kind of good research, and also he put it through filters, which I wouldn't even know how to do, and you could see the line of glass through that night shot. You could actually see the piece of glass.
Wow. He's so great.
Why have I gone blurred?
I thought you were UFO for a second.
But no, digressing from
very good. I like
the good stuff.
Stupid.
Yeah, I agree, Rich. That this, and I said this to you today. They definitely do good stuff when it comes to the interviews with people, things like that. I like the documentaries. I know some people, they'll always say, well, they used far too much stock footage. Well, I mean, we were going through what you call it, the pandemic and all the lockdowns and things like that. So maybe they couldn't get out and about as much. So they used
everything uses stock footage. Even Hollywood blockbusters will use stock footage in them, like at times. Yeah, it's
so I wouldn't punish them for that at all. I mean, they went to Stephen Greer's house, for Christ's sake. I mean, that's pretty cool. I don't care what people think of Greer. If Stephen Greer said to me, Ollie, look, do you want to come to my house? I'd go. Definitely. I'd probably sleep when I open, but I'd definitely go.
You best better do that.
So yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of respect for the stuff they do, but do I know they've hoaxed stuff? Me personally, I know that. I think you know that, Rich, and I know Lee knows that, and I think the majority of this audience know that Third Phase of Moon has hoaxed things. Does that mean to say this audience hate Third Phase of Moon. They probably don't. They probably love the guys. I think probably most of their subscribers may have even realized that they've done stuff in the past, or that fake UFOs have been used on that channel, but they still love the channel. But
people just want to see shit. That's all. People want to be entertained. If Third Phase of Moon went back to posting the videos of old, you know how popular they would get again? Do you know that it would go through the roof? It's amazing what people fucking like more than they like the bullshit. They do. That's the problem. It's not, it is, you know, what they did in the past, but people too. I mean, they love that crazy off the wall shit. That's why they went viral back in the day, and that's why they kept doing it. I get it. It's addicting. Imagine, you know, making all that money on YouTube on just doing what we love to do. I get it. But after a certain time, you know, I think they matured and figured out that they're influencers in the field, and the people coming here on the YouTube and the internet looking for information.
So I think what I'm saying is they need to do a better job.
Well,
because they need to totally.
Then
I think they have it. There's a temptation, especially when they've either had a smoke or a drink or whatever, to fake a UFO video. I believe the one they did at their friend's house, they probably got high. They probably realized and thought. They probably looked at each other and went, "Are we doing this? Hell yeah, we're doing this. Let's go live. And they had the hot, and this is exactly why they had to practice it. So people have said, so why would there even be practice runs? Why would it even show that?
You don't even know what that is. It's just cuts of something. You don't even know if they're a second, a minute. That's the problem.
It was a live show.
I understand that. But maybe they were just taking pictures of the backyard. Maybe the guy was just, they saw the lights and decided to go live after a few minutes. Those aren't going away. Those aren't flares. What is that? Is that a plane? Oh, shit. Let's, and I know that's not, because obviously we know what happened. But yeah, that sucks. It does suck. I get it. Congratulations. I mean, you still didn't prove it. But to me, I would say that one was definitely not what
when Tyler sent me that when I got that sent immediately after the video, that clip that I got sent, the actual one that I've uploaded to YouTube, the quality's not as good. I do have the original file that I got sent. And it looks even more condemning when you see the original file that was sent to me.
Do you have it to show us?
No, because if I upload it, yes, I do have it. But if I upload it again, it'll look exactly the same.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah.
Because when you send a video to somebody, it loses something. When you upload, put it through your editing software, it loses even more.
Yeah, I get it. The more copies, the more degrading. Yada yada.
But yeah, it 100% they faked that, and that was in 2018. So that's
before my time,
but not within the 5 years.
It is. It's within the 5 years. It's 1 year after the 5 years. Maybe they just didn't get out of their system yet. I don't know. No,
I wish they could come on and say,
I know
this is you talking shit, and then here's why.
Yeah, well, they realize what kind of show it is.
Listen, I haven't hate. I still don't. But I haven't said a bad word about those boys for years. But when I saw the copyright strike on that small channel, that's when I had to step up. Because I didn't like that.
And a lot of the, not a lot, a few of those videos were removed by Third Phase of Moon because of whatever reason you want to say. And that guy went to the Wayback Machine and got those out of, the gutter where they should have been. So they're, digging that deep to things that even they were not wanting for the public anymore, which is, I understand. I mean, that's a neat thing to do, but that's also kind of a lie. I mean, yeah, they did post it, but they did take it down after, I guess they debunked it or got caught. I don't know. I don't know everything about those videos, but
there's things in those
it's
in
just
that first debunk that I know are stupid. There are stuff from the films that have been put in.
Yeah.
That was, I think, like little practice runs that they tested on the channel.
No, they were some of them were from their movies that they just took straight out that were CGI and they made, and they're trying to say that those were videos put on Third Phase of Moon, which they weren't. They were in the documentaries they made. A couple of those.
Yeah, like the one with Brent's little boy.
Yeah.
It's blatantly, I mean, why anybody would put that out. I'm not saying the little lad can't act because he's he's a good little actor, but it's not a child's reaction to something like that because I've got two kids.
To a monster.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's definitely not a kid's reaction to a monster. And that's something that Lee didn't agree with. That Lee doesn't agree. You didn't agree with the showing the kid.
No,
in the documentary.
No. It didn't. There was so much other stuff. It just felt unnecessary.
It was unnecessary. That's hitting a little bit below the belt.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do, though. They go after the character of people too. But I'm just tired of talking about it. And you said we're not going to spend the whole show talking about this.
No, we're not. But we kind of like. I needed to address it because so many people have asked me to address it. I needed to address it. I did want to actually ask the boys themselves about that. And thank you, Moonlicht, my friend. Great to have you last week, by the way. We'll have to get you on to tell your story. I appreciate the support. But yeah, like you said, those two fellas have gone after Lou Elizondo in a big way. Just like most of us have. Just like you have. Just like Cambion has. So I think they've definitely started a talking point. I mean, that's probably one of my best live streams when we spoke about the whole Greer thing with Third Phase. And here they are.
What's up, guys? What's up? Hey, we're on our way to work. We got some things to do, so we got about 15 minutes. Thought we'd pop in, talk to you guys. We appreciate Rich always standing up for Third Phase, but we don't pay him. He's not on our payroll. He's just been working with us pretty much every day for 3.5+ years. And for a fact, there's been no deceptions whatsoever behind Rich's back by the Cousins brothers to fool Rich or anybody else. And that's why Rich sticks around, because he could see, because of everything that we've been doing, being on the front line of this ufology, doing more for this field than any other channel on the planet, and to be attacked the way we are is just quite amazing, especially with assumptions. Okay, the reason about the copyright strike, there's a lot of reasons. A lot of it is slander. A lot of it are lies. But the thing that really pissed us off the most...
What just clarify the lies and the slander.
Yeah. How many days do we have? Just because one person does a supposed debunk, how long does it take to counter-react at debunking? We don't have all the time in the world to play little games with little channels making false assumptions. And let's just say if we did debunk, we could go down the list. Oh, they debunked 30 videos. We hoaxed them all. And let's just say we start picking them apart and proving that they're wrong in their assumption. What do we get out of it? Are we going to get an apology or anything? Nothing. They're going to continue to attack. So why even bother getting into that? because we're not going to get any apologies. We're not going to get any financial gain. Are they going to pay us for our work to debunk ridiculous claims? I don't think so. So that's one of the reasons why we're not even going to address any of that. The one reason that really pissed us off about why we gave a copyright strike is there's this federal law called the COPA Act, Child Protection something on YouTube. We had to take down everything that Brent's boy was in. Cameron, his son.
Mm-hmm.
We've worked with my nephew since he was 2 years old, trying to teach him the ways of filmmaking, directing. We actually won a Guggenheim Museum Award and the George Lucas Award for films that we did with Cameron. We made a science fiction movie with Cameron. The problem what they're doing is, hey, we had to remove those videos off YouTube, and he goes ahead and shows Brent's 4-year-old child in a way saying that he's participating in a hoax and we're the worst, Brent's the worst father on the planet. But in reality, it's because of those things we were making alien movies, Star Wars movies, that's been out on the public domain for 7-8 years now. If Cambion or these guys just called us up, we could have explained some of these reasonings why Cameron is even in some of these shots, and it would have been simply put away as films that we put out, Star Wars movies for fan film awards, short films that we made that we won the George Lucas Award. So if Brent's trying to teach his boy on how to be a great filmmaker from award-winning filmmakers such as ourselves, well, wow, that's the worst father in the world. My problem is that guy goes ahead and uses Brent's boy, a child, and to turn him against his own father in a way with no justification. That's why we took him down, because he's violating a federal act.
When I watched it, when I was watching, I think I messaged Ollie and said I thought it was a bit grim of him to put the boy in it.
And they're saying that we're not throwing anybody under the bus here in this ufology field. We've been in the background trying to mend all kinds of people and their differences. Rich could vouch for some of the work we've been doing behind the scenes to get this community stronger, not divisive. We're trying to help people with their channels to grow. But next thing you know, they watch this documentary, which proves shit that's been out for 13 years that we've already admitted to making mistakes and making, these accusations that every single thing we put up on Third Phase of Moon is a hoax, when we have 10,000 plus videos from the public from around the world. Ollie just sent me a video a few weeks ago of a balloon. It was so bad we didn't share it on Third Phase of Moon. And
I said it was a balloon.
Well, why are you sending it to me then?
Because we're friends on Facebook, so I just sent you. I literally pulled up in the car.
Balloon videos.
I didn't ask you to put it in your channel, did I?
Oh, okay. Why are you wasting my time? Like a lot of people wasting my time with videos that we
listen, Blake. Listen, Blake. Listen, Blake. Don't come round here with your big bollocks, right? I sent you that just as like friendship, right?
Okay. The fact that you wanted me to put it up on Third Phase.
Did I say to you, Blake? Did I say, Blake? Could you please put this up on Third Phase of Moon, my balloon?
Well, let me double check. But my response was,
have I ever asked you to put anything on? Have I ever asked you to put any of my stuff on Third Phase of Moon? You've put my stuff on, which I appreciate. Have I ever asked you to?
Oh, ever? maybe not. I assume that you want him. I assume that you want me to, because everybody, Third Phase of Moon, we take the people's videos and we post it if we deem it worthy of putting up. And for some reason, you sent me a video. I assumed logically.
I sent you a video, which
you didn't tell me don't put it up on Third Phase of Moon, did you?
I literally sent you the video after I filmed it.
Then there's this other guy called S4. I forgot his name. Anthony Tony. Yeah. He's saying everything we put up on our channel CGI. And then, he submits us a video that he shot with the psionics, and we put it up on Third Phase of Moon. We discuss it with him. So basically his video is fake because he's calling every single thing we put up as CGI. So I guess S4 is in on it as well, because he's submitting videos. and he,
he is a hoaxer, though.
Well, yeah, there's that video.
See, he was caught hoaxing. That's a big difference.
There was
he
a
did
video
go on his
he
channel
put
the
up.
next day and talk about that.
Yeah, with no thanks to us helping him do that, or me, whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes between us and Tony in regards to his, putting out this video, stealing a video, and voicing over it and saying it's his video. And then he later says, well, it looked like something similar to his, so he thought it was okay. It doesn't matter. All we know is we were behind the scenes to try and fix things and create a narrative that, hey, look, Anthony, all you have to do is probably just ignore it. If you get called out on it, maybe say something. But hey, if you're going to apologize, which is fine. But now he says that he's everything we put up on Third Phase of Moon CGI, but he's the one that's submitting us videos. So there's a lot of hypocrisy going on here because we are
Blake,
on the front line.
I mean, you're moving away from the conversation.
I'm not moving away. I'm just telling you that
we
have 10,000 videos from the public.
You're doing a Lou Elizondo.
Like
you're learning off the best. You're moving the conversation.
He's not. He was just continuing off what we were saying about how Tony sends fake stuff in, and he was still going. You're just impatient.
Which is
you want to talk about the glass? You want to talk about the glass?
Not yet. No.
What do you want to talk about?
So when I interviewed Tyler, I asked him a question about him faking UFOs. He admitted on the show to faking UFOs. You boys have never admitted that. You said you put out stuff that you regret. The community that knows, maybe not your channel, but the community that are switched on, they know that you've been making
obviously alien underneath. So alien underneath the car is a real alien underneath the car, right? Do you really expect that people would believe alien underneath the car? Look, we've been making Blair Witch movies starting in 1987. We've been making Blair Witch movies that hit the box office throughout the whole state called The Night Marchers, about a documentary crew that goes in search for ghosts. And we want to make it look realistic. Everybody thought still to this day that we're still missing. That's how effective it was. We work on science fiction movies. We specialize in special effects for ghosts, spaceships, Blair Witch abduction movies. These movies are they're for sale. We could show you these movies that they're saying that we hoax and it's all CGI, when in fact they're movies that are available on Amazon Prime for a narrative of a movie. So yes, we did specialize in UFOs in cinema, film, Blair Witch style. And yes, we did put them up on Third Phase of Moon, see what people think of this kind of style of look. But, there were films that we're working on. Are we doing any of this kind of stuff now? Have we done this over the past 5 years? We haven't been doing any of that kind of, if you've been following our channel, we put about 2 or 3 videos up on each UFO video on each episode.
How many UFOs have you faked on the channel and not told the public?
I would say there's a lot of videos up there that are experimental with filmmaking techniques on films, and I don't have the exact number, but when that documentary that's coming out with slander saying that they got definite proof that we hoaxed 30 of them, well, we could go down the line and start debunking them. But I'm just wondering, what do we get? Do we get an apology? Would you come out and apologize, and then would there be any financial gain? Because that takes time and money to go back and counterclaim. So if somebody wants to match some funds here, we could maybe go down and go step by step.
The whole idea wouldn't it be that you because Third Phase of Moon is a business, your business has been criticized. I think the idea that this is slander might just be like pushing the term a little bit. So the idea of debunking what they've said would be defending your own business and your own work.
Yeah, if let's just say if there's tens of thousands of views on these channels and it is getting 500,000
that's
views
shitty
on it,
though, because but you're saying that you're saying they're
I'm
not important because they don't get
every
views.
single person that comes out with a fake debunk and totally lie about it, that we got to defend it every single time? Is that what you're saying, Lee? Do you think we got time for this? We got other things to do, like dealing with people.
I think
sending
maybe the
us
ones that
videos.
you made. Yeah, the ones that you made. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They said we made every single one of them, and
No,
they're
they didn't.
wrong.
Well, they did not. They haven't said they made every single video you put up on your channel.
Yeah, they're saying that this Japanese crash where it looks like this kind of craft crashes through the street. They're saying we hoaxed this or we knew about it. A lot of these debunkings is, moving the goalposts. It's fifth quarter quarterbacking due to the fact that when we receive it, we put it out, and then, hey, look, we're asking what it is. Within 12 hours, within 12 to 24 hours, that we might find out what it is, but they think we purposely knew. Just like you're insinuating earlier, Alien Addict, that we faked and we were part of this AI photos out of Roswell.
I never said that.
Well,
Lee said that.
No, I think that. Yeah.
Lee, we didn't have anything to do with that. We just saw that.
That I
Twitter.
believe.
Huh?
Okay.
Hey,
No,
so
if that's the case, that's the case. But that was the first thing I thought, because as soon as I saw them, I thought there was something weird.
I know. Well, that's what a lot of these debunks go down that road. Exactly. It's very, very mundane debunking. No proof behind it. They said that,
okay, but
look, this Japanese crash is an art piece.
You must know some of them are
fake,
fake,
it was an art piece after the fact. Everybody finds out after when we put it out, and they're killing the messenger. And you got to remember, we're on the front line of the newest content on the planet.
You're a filmmaker, and the one that always jumps out to me is the one we spoke about this afternoon, as far as talking about like things that you put up that were on other people's channels, and that's the video of the TR3B, which is clearly made in a game engine. That was clearly made.
Yeah, and hey, look, okay, great, good call. We put out that TR3B video, which when we put it out and when we looked at it, we're like, this is quite interesting. We even talked to Rich exclusively behind the scenes when we put this up, and we stated on the video itself, if this is a hoax, everything in the camera, everything you see is in-house editing. It's an editing software creating 3D models, and we stated that it could be an engine in the video, because a lot of people were thinking that it was some kind of helicopter.
It wasn't. It could. No. Oh? It wasn't. It could. It was. It was obvious. It obviously was, because the road repeated, and you could see that within seconds.
You got a better, like I said, that stuff comes.
I'm
in
a
fast.
fucking painter and decorator. I haven't got a better eye than a filmmaker.
All right, that's great. Hey, I didn't notice the road repeated until after people mentioned it, and that's what's great about Third Phase Moon, because we have thousands of eyes looking at something, and that's why we get down to the bottom of it. But when we put it out, we stated in the video that it could be in-house. Everything is manipulated clearly, and we're ahead of the time on a lot of these things. Everybody talks about this kind of what's that? Afterwards, we reached out to that guy. He sent us a video on how it was done, and we shared it on Third Phase of Moon, debunking the video from the source of the guy who created it. I don't know how much better work you can do in regards to bringing forth evidence and actually debunking it, getting to that guy that was not, he could barely even speak English. He lived in Europe somewhere, but we still communicated with him, and he was kind enough to send us his blueprints and schematics on a computer program and how he pulled it off.
Blake,
what's going on here?
Spooky's asking here, why no research before publishing?
Well, that's fair enough. It's a fair enough question. The thing is, the research comes in after we publish, and that's how we find out. If we don't put this stuff out, other people will put it out and just say, this is alien, this is ET. Look at this. This is guaranteed something otherworldly, and they don't get any scrutiny whatsoever. So the fact is, we put it out because it's going to get out anyway. We just want to be first, because then tens of thousands of people could look at it and tell us if they could maybe find the area. They might know something. We might get more videos. And in many cases, this is what happens. So put it out, ask questions later. Let the people that watch Third Phase Moon help us out as a community to find out what the phenomenon is. That's how Third Phase Moon is. It's just not me and Brian. It's just not Rich. It's the community that helps.
So, boys, I like you, but I love Rich. Rich comes on the show. I have a lot of respect for Rich. He's like an older brother to me. Rich has your corner. A lot of people say that you're paying Rich. I tell you right now, if you're paying him, you're not paying him enough. Now, he says nothing's happened in the last 5 years. When my boy was born, you did the live UFO video, and you're saying that you didn't hoax anything, but this we can clearly see
is pane of glass. You see glass, right? Where's the glass? Where is it? Tell me. Look at there's palm. Tell me where the glass is. I don't know what you're talking about.
I can show you where the glass is.
I don't know. You cannot. There is no glass. And if you want to put your money where your mouth is, and we could, like I said,
so you saw a real UFO. You saw a real UFO that night.
Most likely those were drones. Most likely, maybe some guy down the road was playing with some drones.
So
but if you're saying they're glass, and those lights reflected off the phone match up with those lights in the back. This is like, if you look at the lights, they don't even match up.
They don't match up.
They don't match up one single bit. Look at the difference between the lights in the sky and the lights up surrounding the rooftop.
So can you?
Yeah. And
can you explain?
Paul comes out with a ridiculous debunk saying that, look, they're at this house with the glass panes.
Paul showed the glass.
Yeah, and he shows the glass. Okay, let me tell you. This is, if you match up the background, this is about 180 miles from that location to this location. This is looking over downtown LA and Culver City. The glass apparently is in the same location, but in fact, that is in Cayucas, California, close to San Luis Obispo off the coast. So the background doesn't even match up, but they're implying that it does. And there you go, a bunch of lies and fakery to prove a fake debunk where they actually have to make lies to make their debunk work. The fact is they're 180 plus miles, I don't know, from Cayucas next to San Luis Obispo to Culver City, 2 separate locations, 5 years apart. This is how sloppy their debunk gets.
That was my debunk. One moment. So, I am Stu Little. I'll ask about Bigfoot in a moment. That sounds interesting. Bigfoot. I have not seen that video.
Go ahead, put up the Bigfoot video. We put up Bigfoot videos. What, you think Bigfoot really exists?
Before we move on to Bigfoot, so your friend in that live video showed his phone or tablet, whatever it is that has.
Yeah, look at the lights. Pause it. Pause those lights on the screen. Pause those lights on the screen. Pause it. Pause it right there.
This is in StreamYard. I can't pause right now.
Can't pause it? Oh, okay. Look at the way those lights in the background do not look, in any case, look like the lights in the sky. And that's again really
how long
bad
did so just explain to me. So you guys were sat down having a drink.
We were friends. The guy that shot that lives in Thailand. You go ask him. And
did you
button
get your camera out straight away then and just film it really quickly and quickly go live? Is that how it happened?
That's how live goes. You go live, you press a button, you go live. And
yeah,
look, I could tell you this too, out of respect, which he didn't show any. Later, that video is going viral. People were able to triangulate where that guy's house was. This guy owns shopping malls. This guy has a huge house.
There's no way you can tell where that is. No way.
Oh yeah, they can. And there's better sleuths than a lot of these debunkers. Mm-hmm. And he told us to take that video down out of privacy concerns. And we asked you, Alien Addict, to take it down, but you went ahead and went against our asking. And look, we didn't copyright strike you. We let you keep it up, but you didn't. That wasn't very cordial, especially when people's privacy concerns are out there. And again, I already gave you 4 different reasons why Paul's debunk on this is wrong. There is no glass.
Okay, so how long did you have that? How long was this UFO there for?
I would say probably about 10 minutes at most. And the UFOs, multiple lights, drones. There's a lot of drone work over there in Los Angeles, more than you could imagine. And again, that was
Can you explain this?
yeah. What?
Okay. Any second now. Can you explain that?
I don't know what you're saying.
1, 2.
Like I said earlier,
3,
go ask Tim. I don't know why he
4,
pressed his recording button.
5,
5-9. I get
6,
it. 9 shots. Every one of
7,
them has the object in the back or whatever
8,
it is.
9.
Count, Ollie. Why are you being so
So
patronizing here?
All I'm saying there is
You're being patronizing.
I may be.
Yeah, you're talking like a patronizer here. When you have
I am being patronizing. I'm telling you, I'm being
I don't know.
patronizing.
Yeah, go ahead.
All I'm saying there is you can see the timestamps on there. I'm pretty sure if you give that video to somebody, if somebody analyzes that video, they'll be able to look at the timestamps and see how much they were spaced apart. You said 10 minutes? That UFO was there for 10 minutes?
Yeah, that's what my approximate assumption was.
So if somebody goes and looks at those timestamps
go
and sees
it.
that it's all within 10 minutes, then
hey, there's other things that are wrong with the debunks besides that. And go see if you could find the timestamps. That's fine. I already pointed out 5 things that the debunkers got wrong in regards to that event. And you guys still want to keep going on it. And what if they're just simple drones? And you got to come up with your theory that it's a big window or a glass, or it matches up with the lights of the house, which is 100% false. So either you get it right on a debunk or you don't, and you can't play it middle ground. And that's what these debunkers do. They're throwing out things, saying that it's a hoax, it's a CGI, when they're playing fifth quarterbacking, when we find out 24 hours later after we put up the video. Just like Lee assumed that we did the AI photos of the Roswell, whatever that was. So these are debunking issues that people have. So people could believe what they want. We put it out. We're usually, in most cases, give the sources to the people that submit it. Everybody could go ask them if they're in cahoots. We cahooted, according to everybody, 10,000 people from around the world we've conspired against with to bring you the fakest news on the planet. Got it. Go ask those guys. And how dare people criticize the people that capture the phenomenon and lump it in with 30 or 40 supposed debunks that they can't. Like I said, they're wrong about a lot of these things and their assumptions. Hey, we admitted that we filmed this Philippines thing in a community called
I remember that.
And we admitted it. We came straight out, said it, and people are, and then this documentary assumes that guy's not Filipino, or they're actually bringing up racial things, saying that we're looking for just Asians.
Don't play that. Don't.
That's what they played on the video. That's what they said in the video. Lee.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe pretending you're in a different country could be looked at as racist. That's shitty. Don't do that.
Well, no, that place is known as a Little Philippines.
Well, I don't care what it's known as. It's fucking not the Philippines, is it? So that could be looked at.
Yeah,
as
we admitted
racist.
we made a mistake on that.
I fucking hate the race card being thrown around.
I know they threw it, not me.
I hate it when people throw stuff like that, like try and pull Rich for stuff like that as well.
They threw it out, not me.
They threw it out, Lee.
Bro. They threw it out, not me. They threw it out.
You just called it racist because he said that this guy isn't from the Philippines. So you threw it out.
No, he says that guy's not
Don't
Filipino.
play fucking mental gymnastics with me.
How would he
put
know?
Your leg out?
How would he know? How would he know? Why would he assume that guy's not Filipino?
Right. I don't care about that. I'm saying don't call him racist for doing it.
What if somebody says that you're not? What's your nationality?
He's just giving factual information. That's all he's doing, Blake.
He's not giving factual information. He's saying that guy's not Filipino. How does he know that?
Right, okay, but don't call
what Lee's saying. You can't put the race card with that.
Why is he saying he's not Filipino?
Why were you saying you're in the fucking Philippines?
We already admit that we made a mistake back then. And how long ago was that? 12, 13 years ago?
It doesn't fucking matter.
How many times do I need to say that?
But Blake, how many of those videos
those
in the beginning?
Again,
what about all the other videos that are in the Philippines?
Part of a movie. If you guys want to go watch the movie, it's called what's it called? It's called Chicken Skin, or that they called it. We changed the name. It's out. It's called Hawaii Hauntings. What's it? Hawaii Ghost Stories on Amazon. All that stuff was for film. A film we were making. It's out on the public. It's been out for years. It shows all those scenes. We made a mistake saying it's in the Philippines, but hey, look, this is all, 12, 13 years ago, films that are out in the public. They're theatrical films that we put out everywhere. So they're movies, guys.
So what about all the other, so Blake, all the other ones that Sapien Culture said that you'd filmed in the Philippines, in Hawaii, all the UFOs, and that he'd done the Google footage and shown that it's in Hawaii?
Yeah, that's in our backyard because we're making movies. Yeah, sure. It's all along the Hamakua coast. We have friends over here on the Hamakua coast. And this shit was being done 12, 13 years ago, making movies. So, of course, it's all in our backyard.
So those UFOs were just props. They weren't UFOs.
Props?
Yeah, they were
Watch
just...
Hangar 52. They're all filmed along the coast.
So if I watch Hangar 52, all those bits of UFOs are in...
Hey, like we said, there's these videos that was up on Third Phase of Moon over the past 13 years. Some of them got mixed up with films and movies that have been out on the public domain for
what about
10 years.
What about the star UFO that flies by and then you go in and speak to the guys that have the film and they're wanting money for the film, and then Brent spots the star behind him?
Go ask those guys.
Was that their hoax or was that you? Rich, I can still hear I can hear myself.
It's not me, bro.
Oh, it might be, yeah. Might be.
I don't know. It's not me. It's got to be the brothers.
It's Brent watching it on the telly.
I don't think so. It's all silent over here.
Oh. Well,
Lee.
Anyway. Is it Lee? Lee's naughty boy.
No, hey, look at his You look suspicious, bro. I say you did it. See? You looked up and to the left. You did do it. See, you don't like it, do you?
Yeah.
Was that part of the film?
Yeah, what do you think, Ollie?
No, I'm asking you.
I'm asking you. What do you think?
I don't think it was part of the film.
Oh, well,
if you can prove that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we could prove. But then again, what if I keep proving every single one? What do I get out of it? What do I get?
If you prove every single one, I will come on the show naked.
Okay, if I can prove every single time I prove one of these debunks wrong, you can't do a post for a week. How about that?
No, I'll be naked. I will do a show naked.
Nobody wants that.
So I don't want. I just let's just say if I prove you guys can't do you can't do a show. You can't do a show for 2 weeks. And
you've already tried to destroy one small channel.
Every single time I debunk one of their debunks, they can't do a show because I don't. Like I said, this was. The problem is nobody wants to take responsibility for putting out.
If you can prove you didn't fake them, I won't do a show ever again. There you go. How's that for?
No, you can't do
some
that.
apples.
You're gonna not do your show anymore.
You're not gonna be. So if I could debunk any of those videos,
every single one of those debunks.
Oh, so I got to work for a whole year because it takes a lot of work to debunk. When somebody breaks something, the mess to clean up is a lot harder than to just throw something down and make a mess. All right. When people just drop and throw hand grenades, there's destruction behind that. And to clean up a bomb, a bullshit is.
Do you understand why people are frustrated? Do you actually understand?
I get it. But let me tell you, we've addressed this. All those videos that guy did is just basically rehash from things that were done 12, 13 years ago. These are videos that were out on YouTube 12, 13 years ago. It's not a great documentary. You guys said it's a great documentary. All the guy did was montage things. It's really no big deal. He took other people's work and
he did a great job at what he did.
He did a great job in stealing everybody's else evidence and hard work that they supposedly thought they were doing right.
Like he found every single location that you were at in Hawaii.
That's been out for 12, 13 years, bro.
You didn't show the location. He found that.
No, that's been out 12, 13 years, that video. A long time. What was this guy's name? Truth Seeker? Hoax Killer was doing this. Hoax Killer, whatever happened to Hoax Killer, all I know is this is just rehash.
You probably took him out.
Yeah.
We took him out. There you go. Keep spreading the lies, Ollie. Hey, man, you got to get going. We got to get going. Like I said, we got to keep it short.
If the documentary filmmaker was to take the bit of the boy out, would you allow him to put it back on YouTube?
Oh,
without
there's a lot of other
copyright.
slanderous things in there, and
There's no slander in there. There's
oh,
criticism.
yeah, okay, that's
Stop-
according to you. You're not the one they're talking about. You're not the one that they're making. If they were lying about you and using footage, not in a fair use way, too. They never asked permission. They just let it roll. There's a lot of issues, and it isn't fair use, and they violated a federal law. Why would I forgive that? Guys, I got to get going. Like I said, I got other things to do.
Oh, just get on to Bigfoot.
Oh, Bigfoot. Okay, let's get to Bigfoot real quick.
And I gotta go in five minutes too.
Gotta get going.
I'll be honest with you, I have not seen this Bigfoot.
I don't. He's beautiful.
What is it with this
Great.
Bigfoot?
What is it? I don't know. What are you talking about?
I've not seen the Bigfoot. He says, Blake, what about the May 2022 video? Bigfoot.
I don't know what he's talking about. We put Bigfoot videos up from people that capture whatever looks like a Bigfoot. I don't know.
The one in the water, the one that was walking across water with the baby in its hands. Remember that? That's the one?
Yeah, fair use does not require permission if you play it in a fair use proper way. You can't just take entirety of content and claim it's fair use.
You see how they don't listen?
That way.
I think
They just
they
don't
don't listen.
No. The commentary he did over it would put it in fair use.
There's no commentary. Most of the
He's
lot of it's no
giving
commentary. He just let it roll.
No, he's not on all of them.
He lets it roll for minutes. You can't just take minutes and just still. And the commentary is it's a
no, you
robot
can't.
voice.
Yes, you
It's a
can.
robot voice.
You can take fucking half an hour to 45 minutes of Hollywood films and do a fucking reaction video to it.
Yeah, they show for seconds. They don't show 45 minutes straight of the fucking film and let it roll while they talk over it. There's
none
editing
of those
involved.
clips are 45 minutes, and none of
What are
the
you
clips are
talking
45
about?
minutes wrong. They were all short.
No, you don't know much.
I
Hey,
think that's
we know
fair
more
use.
about fair use than you do because we've been doing this a lot longer than you. We know more about the fair use laws and
I
copyright
clearly knew more
laws.
about CGI than you as well when it looks at the TR3B, so maybe I'm right about fair use.
We called
But
it out, bro.
that's-
We called it out as CGI in the video. Are you deaf, Lee? Come on, open your ears. You guys, it's just the problem with you guys is just whatever we do, you guys keep watching and whatever, keep watching. Guys, I got to get going. I hope we covered some of the bases here. And
Not really.
Not really. Okay, well, like I said,
See, it doesn't matter what you say.
no matter
Doesn't
what
matter.
we do, I got it. Yeah.
Perfect
Okay,
example.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bye.
Perfect example. Doesn't matter what they say. You're going to
Really,
say
mate.
that way anyway.
He was full of shit for most of it.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
The I don't know.
You weren't listening. You were hearing him, but you weren't listening.
I was listening, mate.
Just like Spooky. She wasn't listening, or he. They weren't listening. Third Phase didn't say they didn't do, and they just take things out of context and switch it around.
He literally said they didn't do what they took wasn't fair use 30 seconds before the comment went up because I put the comment up.
Okay.
But
I agree with Lee with Brent's son.
Yeah, I think
agree with that.
Yeah, he shouldn't have put that in. He should, and to be perfectly honest, I still think that would go under fair use as well. But I wouldn't have done it if I was doing that. I wouldn't have done it just because I'm a father, and I think it's a bit grim.
But you just said that then Lee, if he takes Brent's son out, can he put it back up?
And he said no because they're fucking scared of it. They're scared of that documentary
because it's great.
Yeah. And do you know what? I'll fucking say it. I think it's as far as a documentary that tells a story throughout it. Maybe it hasn't got expensive fucking footage that's put in it. Maybe they haven't got sit down interviews with Stephen Greer, but that's a better produced documentary than theirs. And
I'll say this: I think he did. So the stuff that I've done, and the stuff that Lions Ground's done, I think that guy, even though he can't edit as good as Lions Ground, okay. But I think what he did there, he outdid us all. The second part of the video is in the description, by the way, people. But I just, I just wanted, if they'd have just come on and said, yeah, we made all those hoaxes.
Because they didn't make all of the hoaxes. That's why.
Rich, they are saying to my, that they are, I got the email, take that down for that LA thing.
Because the guy, according to them, did not want his privacy to be manipulated. If you were Elon Musk, because this guy lived apparently on a very nice cliff overlooking the city over there, you could triangulate and find out. Rich people, you know, if they have children, people may want to abduct the guy's kid and ransom, you know, try to get money. Who knows? That guy is extremely wealthy and not just a millionaire, multi-millionaire.
Okay, but they put it up on their channel.
So why did they?
They took it down though. They took because it was a live. I don't know. You had him here. You should have asked him. I got to get going, and I just to let my fans know, I will continue this conversation on my channel later, and I'm going to bring in the audience if they want to talk about it, whoever you are. So we're doing that tonight. Yep, and we're gonna and I'll take all callers as long as you don't overtalk, don't yell, and you have to have a shirt on you. You don't have to have pants, but we're going to talk about.
What about just nipple stickers? Because that's fine.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's covering the erogenous zone.
The goods.
Yeah. I love both of you guys, but
I love you too, Rich. I think you do good on an OnlyFans. I reckon you get some good OnlyFans. You know, for
what's the OnlyFans?
That's where you go. You have a profile of you naked because you're working out now.
Oh, yeah. That's OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
I never knew. Okay. I heard people talking about it. I thought it was just a new term. Well, maybe I'm duped again.
OnlyFans.
Oh, man, that is great. All right. All the ladies who call in tonight.
Oh, no, you can't be. It's got to be both. You know. Got to cater for everybody, mate.
I was going to say you have to wear pasties, but yeah. All right. I do have to go. My show starts in 40 minutes. It's going 30 minutes late because I have got to run and get dinner. So I will talk to you guys. Lee, love you.
Do it.
Love you too, mate.
Appreciate and respect. Alien Addict, Mad Love, respect, and everybody else. Thank you for your time. Gorilla Gamer, go to hell.
God bless him.
Good. To be fair, Gorilla Gamer has gone over the top a little bit in the comments here and there.
I've not read the comments.
There's been some stuff going on. Yeah, the comments have been. I would call it an active comment section.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I love it. I love everybody. You on Alien Addict, you can say whatever you want in the comments as long as you're not, you know, homophobic or racist or any of that jazz. You can do what you like. How
do you feel about the show? Let's do it. Let's do a debrief.
We are still lively.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know? Again, we got nowhere. I wanted third phase to.
They very nearly did. Like that was so close, so close.
I mean, I'm genuinely speaking here. I've spoke to Blake and Brent offline. They've been sound.
I don't.
Do I know
the
the do I know the fate stuff? 100%. 100%. Do I think Rich probably knows? I think Rich is a smart man. So I think anybody that's saying Rich is a stupid, Cambion calls him stupid all the time. Cambion, Rich is not stupid. I think he's very smart, but I think he's very loyal to his friends. And I don't think people should ask Rich not to be friends with Third Face. I think that's wrong.
Yeah, of course it's wrong. It shouldn't matter who people like you know, who you're friends with, especially. I mean, that's the fucking thing as well, right? Even if they've put fucking fake UFO videos out, I do think it's a bit shitty because people take this stuff really seriously. I'll put my hand up. I don't take this stuff particularly seriously. I enjoy it. Like, don't get me wrong. I think, and I love the idea of it, and I want all of it to be real, every single bit of it. But when you've got people that really fucking like stamp their fucking flag on this, you know, this is the most important thing to them, you know. I just find it a bit weird. You know, it's weird to lead people on in that way.
A lot of the, so I do find this with the ones that I believe are true experiences. They're the ones that take it very. I get that as well. I think the ones that feel like something's happened to them when they see the field being made a mockery of. Yeah. They're the ones that take it personally, and I don't blame them.
They've also been pretty critical of. I know on this show as well. I think the I can't quote myself on it because obviously there's hours of fucking content, isn't there? Of what's his name? Oh my god, where's my name's gone?
Dave.
No,
it wouldn't dare be critical of Dave.
Oh. Fuck me, on Rogan, the beard filmmaker, fucking Lazar man.
Oh, Corbell.
Yeah.
My mate.
Yeah. There's been so much, like, and we've rightly been critical of him. And I'm sure it's happened when we were on the.
That's a t-shirt plug.
Yeah, I'm sure it's happened when we've been on the show with Third Phase.
Yeah, I mean. Why would we not be critical of Corbell?
Exactly. So, but that's all that guy was doing with that documentary. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. That's like saying that if that documentary is slander, and that it really fucks me off, that the fact he's trying to say it's slander.
Oh, the Bob Lazar one.
No. If the documentary on the Third Phase.
Oh, okay.
If that documentary is slander, then what
you confused me then when you went to Corbell.
Yeah, but what does oh fuck me, why is my name's gone? It's definitely getting late. You're the debunker. He's on Twitter. He's all the time. Like
Mick.
Yeah. Then in that case, what he does is slander.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense. Like, it's not slander, it's criticism. And that's the thing. It is criticism. And the only reason, the only reason I think they got that video pulled is because they're a reasonably big channel. Yeah, and let's face it as well. You know, they're only reasonably big in the UFO community. You know, I know Tyler's fucking up there in the sky, isn't he, with 2 million thing? But you know, even on the grand scale of YouTubers, you know, you've got fucking ASMR artists with fucking 4 million subscribers. You know, so it's not like astronomical. But I'm convinced the only reason they managed to get rid of that documentary is because they've got a big channel. I think if they'd have done that same thing to another channel, to a small channel, I don't think it would have gone anywhere.
And again, this is why I wanted to do this and address it, and I probably wouldn't have even touched on it because I couldn't be asked with getting involved with the whole third phase of moon drama. But it was the copyright strike.
I'll pop this comment up because it's.
I have never once copyright striked any other channel, nor would I. If somebody was critical of me and played my stuff, I really wouldn't give a shit. But even if it pissed me off because they said something about me, I would
bang on.
I'm in the game. What's the audio? 503's doc.
And Lou was more slanderous. That would count closer to slander than what that guy did. And you kept there was constant referrals to it as well of these small channels doing this. Like,
that's what annoys me with Blake.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say Brent because Brent kind of stays. He's the guy in the background that does he makes the UFOs. But Blake does like, and when I spoke to Blake last week on the phone, and when he said like referred to the smaller channels, I'm like, listen, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? you know, I said to him, if my YouTube channel went out tomorrow, you know, I really wouldn't give a shit. I'd just make another one. I probably would give a little bit of a shit actually, but you know,
You've got to rumble and rule the world together.
This is not my livelihood. I work through the week. This is a hobby.
I know, it's the same. Like
I come on here on a Friday night and I have a couple of beers.
Yeah,
I enjoy it. And that's it. So if somebody looks down on me, it kind of makes me want to like step up even more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
I mean, I think the thing as well is I'm not.
I really wanted the guy. I keep forgetting his name. And it's not because
the filmmaker.
Yeah, Sapiens Culture. I really wanted Sapiens Culture to come on tonight.
Hopefully, maybe come on a different time.
I want him to come. I want him to come on when Blake and Brent were on.
Yeah,
you know, because I really don't agree with taking out a channel, and they didn't take it out, but then you know, as
they've stopped them getting big because that documentary would have done numbers. You know, it's doing decent numbers on Rumble and on Odyssey as well. So you know, it would have done much better on YouTube because that's where the community is.
And Stephen Cambion, you need to help that guy out. You need to help that guy get big on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You need to promote his channel.
Yeah,
definitely. Because when you do work like that, that deserves to be noticed. 100%. I just think we're honestly going to go around in circles.
I wouldn't want to give that guy or tell the guy what to do, but he can contest the copyright strike, and if
I don't know if he'll win that,
they would have to agree to go to court over it. I don't think they'll go to court over it.
Yeah, I don't think they'd go to court over it either. I don't think they'd want that. But who knows? They did come close to saying admitting that they'd made some stuff. They said they'd made some stuff.
Yeah,
they did say that. They've not said that before.
Do you know the crazy thing is? None of this happens. None of this whole documentary thing doesn't happen. Mind you saying that, I mean, there's been stuff questionable afterwards, but as far as the stuff that was in the film, if like when Rich was saying they did the video saying, "Oh, we've changed our ways. We're going to be different. This, that, and the other." If they'd have actually admitted to doing it, I think that's the thing. There's no admission. But
I said to Rich,
and again, it really fucking doesn't matter. It's just I'm with you. I'm more upset about the nuking somebody's video than I am about anything else. Yeah.
I said to Rich today, I said, I think what Third Phase of Moon are doing, and I think they've done it for a long time now with whatever making the UFO hoax. I think as an artist who's somebody who likes to make things, I believe they probably have maybe a documentary in the works at some point if things went pear-shaped to how we faked it. It wouldn't surprise me if we got a video, 10 years from now, how we did it. Just one there for the backup.
I'm not going to lie, mate. I don't think any of it's incredible enough for that. I don't think any of I don't, especially the stuff with like the alien in it and things like that. Like none of it's good enough to warrant this is how we did it. Wow, paper mache.
Paper mache alien.
But, yeah, it's not like they did the Area 51 alien autopsy, is it?
We need to do a video about that.
Do you know what we need to do? We need to do that on Rumble so you won't get fucking nuked on YouTube.
I think if I cover up the alien's dick, we'll be all right.
We should do a like a watch along of it, because I still think that's fucking, even when you look at that, still, whatever it is, however it was done, if it was done, it's still fucking incredible.
I've got a Rumble account. Maybe I should rumble on over.
Yeah. Oh.
It
What an
seems
interesting evening.
It is, mate. It is, but I don't want to go much. I don't think we can. You can't talk about this for much longer. But all I will say,
I talked about it for 2 hours, to be perfectly honest. But oddly enough, I think we probably would have wrapped up talking about it if they hadn't come on.
Yeah, we would have done. We would have done. But I'm glad they came on. I just don't think we got any further. Really,
I think we did. I think there's.
I would like to have seen Blake's face. You know,
I don't think that's an accident.
Because I think you can see it in the eyes.
Yeah.
I wish Tyler had come on as well.
I mean, I'd like to speak to Tyler. It'd be nice to be on a show, and
I'd like to have. I think, in fact, I know that him and Third Phase have had a lot of beef in the past. Well, I say a lot. A nice slab.
Well, what you see, yeah. I mean, obviously, like you've spoke to me about stuff which probably won't get mentioned on the show, but I would argue that what they did with Tyler is exactly what they accuse or insinuate maybe what other people do as being jealous of their platform. I think they're probably jealous of what Tyler did, especially given the fact he was away for so long and then came back to doing it and just started ripping again. I'm not even a big fucking watcher of the man. I used to watch him years ago. I stopped when there was clear issues, you know, that like the man was troubled for a little bit.
Yeah,
you know, and
that's why I fell out with Lions Ground.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that I had some sort of moral thing of like, I can't watch this man's content anymore. No, it's not that. I just don't want to look at somebody that's struggling. You know, I don't want to. You know, it's not what I want to fucking spend my time consuming. But you know that guy's done what he's put fake stuff out before as well.
He admitted it.
And he's been. But this is the thing: people keep saying, the story we've heard today was other people put stuff out and they don't get this criticism. I think they do. You know, like you say, when you've got Corbell's fucking triangle video being ripped on every single YouTube channel,
yeah,
they do get criticism for it.
A little bit of Corbell.
I have seen the logs. I have seen the videos. We have attempted shoot downs of UAPs on a regular basis. We're talking as recently as last Friday.
I hit the wrong button there.
I love how campy sounds when he goes on last Friday. It's almost like he's like doing a recap on a makeup tutorial he did the week before.
It seems that all the big faces, they're all full of shit.
Maybe they're all full of shit. Maybe they're all full of shit. Fucking all bullshit. Maybe it's
my friend. I think we're going to end on a high because if we carry on, I'm going to open the next 3 beers.
Don't do that. I've done is churned my way through a whole fucking bottle of water.
Yeah, I know you're not feeling too well tonight.
Not great. No.
But I'm sure Rich, I
even shouted in it. Really, I've got such a bad headache, and I shouted, and it really hurt my head. So I really meant it.
You didn't shout. I think you kept you cool.
I did when he was going on about the fucking racism in the fucking Philippines.
Oh. Jesus Christ! I can't believe you'd bring that card in there.
Yeah, it's just bullshit.
the props that I will give Blake and Brent, well, mainly Blake because he is the one that does the speaking, is that he did come to kind of speak. You know, he did. He came on the show.
I think you got to give props for that. Absolutely. I'm not sure it resolved anything. And then you got then we get criticized because it doesn't resolve anything by saying, well, we can't do anything, can we? Well, you know, if it doesn't resolve anything, you can't. What do you want me to do?
But I'll end on this. Again, I love everybody in the chat. The community is great.
Some of them are. Some of the people in the chat tonight are definitely not great.
Okay, well, I'll have to read through that. As long as they love me, I don't care. They probably don't. The community needs to be honest with themselves, because they'll go on one channel and I guarantee they'll be over at Rich's in the next 30 minutes, and then they'll be over at camp. The same people will be over at Stephen's channel lapping it up, because they all love the drama.
I think so.
And maybe we just need to get back to UFOs. But anyway, I'm going to say good night, God bless. Mind the bugs don't bite. If you want to support Alien Addict, you can, because at some point I will deliver disclosure. I have a Patreon page.
Yeah, and we can't start faking UFO videos until we've got more money to buy the equipment.
I need to start faking UFO videos. Yeah. You can get yourself some merch, all hand-drawn by yours truly, not Lee, me. And yeah, a little bit of liquid refreshment. So go ahead, check it out. I always say it. That's the wife watches the end of the show just to make sure I've just pushed it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to say it pays for the channel. It doesn't. It pays for my wife's handbags. No, it really does pay for the channel. I pay for the wife's handbags. Everything that everybody supports with the channel, it all goes back in, because I pay for the software and all the other jazz. The editing software and the Photoshop and all that bollocks. But I appreciate you all. And if you can't afford to give it an old t-shirt donation or whatever, give it a share, a thumb
share
up,
button costs
whatever.
Fuck all.
Absolutely fuck all. Nothing. Like the dynamic duo.
Yep, absolutely. Dynamic dildos.
Dynamic dildos. That sounds like a good company. Anyway, good night, God bless. Mind the bugs don't bite. I'm Alien Addict, and this is Lee from Must See Audio. Go check him out, because he does have an excellent show, and I'm normally on it if I can make it on a Thursday. But if I'm not on, he does have somebody that works for the CIA.
Lots of love from the comments here saying goodbye as well. That's really good. Much appreciated, all of yous.
This week, we've got the Flat Earth lady, haven't we?
We have Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Well, hopefully, if that all goes well and good, you can put it up on your YouTube channel as a video later.
Oh, thank you.
So I can copyright strike you, fucking asshole.
On that note, good night.
Third Phase does their thing. Every channel does their thing. You know, it used to be, and there still is. There's a lot of politics in this so-called community. It's really cutthroat. Everybody is trying to use someone else as a stepping stone, or using them, just like Corbell used me. Other people used me to boost their own careers. Third Phase can do their thing, you know. We've had our issues in the past, but it was small fry shit. I wish him the best.